Okay, so let's run down all the new news we've heard from DC and Marvel about what's coming. At the top of the list, of course, is they had the latest teaser for Doomsday. There's more footage, nothing really revealed yet. And you got to figure a lot of the CGI isn't done, so you don't know who's going to be in that room. It's just like, a bunch of them all beaten up, talking about Victor Von Doom. You see him raise up the Sentinels and blah, blah, blah. Nothing really new, just some more pictures. Um, X-Men. And they've got a release date in May of 2028. So, and they showed the cast: Cyclops and Emma Storm, and no, Cyclops, Emma Frost, and Storm, and Adam Driver as Mr. Sinister. I'm not the biggest X-Men fan in the world, so this is for all you guys. And there was like a joke trailer where Hugh Jackman was asking to be in it at the direction of Ryan Reynolds, but we know Ryan Reynolds is in it. But let's give Hugh a break. What else? The new Vision show. What's the new Infinite Vision? I think it's called. When people talk about, Marvel fell off. Did it really? Because WandaVision and Agatha Long were as good as it gets. And this is from the same people. And if they continue with the stream, this is just like some of the best you've seen. You must be speaking about, your issues with it in the theater, because on the small screen, that has just been pure excellence in every facet of it. Performance, direction, writing, it's all been excellent. And I hope this is, they even call it a trilogy, and this is an excellent trilogy to be part of. And this makes me think about the fact that, people are saying that racism was part of the fact that, the animated Wakanda show wasn't pushed, and that Ironheart wasn't pushed. Well, this is coming on in August, in October, and this is the first we've seen of it. There has been nothing. So, not that racism doesn't exist, so they don't care about the shows, and the fact that Warner Man's been canceled, it really feels to me like they're just like slowly but surely closing down their TV wing to focus on strictly on the films. That's what it's feeling like now. The fact that because Vision is a big part of the glory days, right? And he's getting nothing. Paul Bettany's there. James Spader is back as Ultron, but he's going to be James Spader because it's taking place inside of Vision's mind, which I love, because if there's one actor who loves not being pretty anymore, it's James Spader. He loves that he just turned into this balding, roly-poly little man. He loves it. You can see it every time he's performing. He just loves the way he is now. So, that looks good. From DC, it's Vision Quest, by the way, not Infinite Vision. Infinite Vision was one of the storylines that created the White Vision in comics. So that's why I just plugged that into there. And in DC, they have taken the Amanda Waller show and the Themyscira show off the schedule. They're no longer developing. They didn't cancel them, but they're no longer developing them. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. And really, they shouldn't have been up there to begin with. We all justifiably hate Zack Snyder and the Murderverse, but even Zack Snyder knew you get your big guns out there first. They did Superman, then they went ahead and shoved Batman into the next movie, and went into the next movie to get to the Justice League. They came out big guns running. They did it badly, but at least they knew the right priorities. Get your big guns out there. Stop wasting your time and energy on these smaller characters, especially when DC is so entrenched. And, some of these characters have been famous for decades. They don't really need introduction. You just have to get it out there. And so, yeah, they shouldn't have been out there. And plus, I hated that whole idea of Themyscira. It's like, it's going to be like Game of Thrones. Yeah, this is what happens when a bunch of straight dudes sit in a room with no women around. And because the idea of Themyscira Paradise Island is the fact that if you left women alone, they'd create a paradise. That was Moulton's whole point. That you've left all these women alone, they'd create a great society. And of course, a bunch of dudes are going to be like, nah, man, those bitches are going to fight. So no, I'm not sad that's gone. And, maybe put some of that into making a goddamn Wonder Woman movie. Anyway, so yeah, there's probably more coming from Marvel because this is D23. This is for Disney about what's coming up. And but yeah, so that's all the news we know now. And the thing that interests me most is Vision Quest. It really does, because like I said, the people who've made those shows have been top tier. They have done great jobs, and I'm eager to see that. But I also believe that honestly, they're quite frankly, they're winding down their TV division. It just really feels that way. It explains a lot. It really does. So yeah. So we'll see what comes next. Oh, and if it seems like Marvel really doesn't care about the quality of what's going on, if you had the X-Men on the docket, you wouldn't care either. That is a license to print money. They haven't even had Wolverine show up yet. So all the people bitching the most are going to be the fanboys melting down the most at the first costume photo that they put out, the first test footage the first bit of footage comes out, they're going to lose their shit. So they don't care because they know they don't have to. I will always maintain. They called up Greg Berlanti. Greg Berlanti says, how do you deal with these fanboys? And he says, hey, give them some fan service. They will roll over and show you their bellies. And again, now with this X-Men announcement, I wonder how many of them are showing their bellies right now.